Okay, so the next step I want to review what happens when you have a cone or a pyramid. So let's say we've got a cone here that is 16 inches wide, 15 inches tall. Volume is found by doing the same thing again. Volume is going to be the area of a base times a height, but what are we going to do with that? Remember how we adjust it? Divided by 3. So the area of the base is the area of a circle. How do we find the area of this base here, this circle? I'll give you the pi times what? 8 squared. Which gives us 200.96. That is in inches, so that's inches squared. Volume, 200.96 inches squared times the 15 inches of height divided by 3 gives us 1004.8, right? Inches cubed. Yep. 1004.8 inches cubed. That's our volume. Surface area still the area of a base, but now there's only one base, plus a lateral area, but there's going to be some adjustments to our lateral area. So the area of our base is the 200.96 inches squared. Got to find lateral area. Remember, lateral area is perimeter of a base times the height. So we still got to find the perimeter of the base. Our base now is a circle, so the perimeter is pi times diameter, or 16. You're thinking area, this is circumference now. So otherwise known as 50.24 inches. The other thing we need to know for lateral area now. Remember on the other shapes, the lateral area went straight up and down. The height and the height of the lateral area was the same. Here, the height of the cone and the lateral area are not the same. The lateral area goes up at a slant. So we've got to find the length of that slant using a right triangle. The base here is the radius of the circle, or half of the diameter of the base. The height here is the height of the triangle, so it's 8 and 15. A squared plus B squared equals C squared tells us that this slant here equals 17 inches. I'm going to trust that you guys can do the A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So now my lateral area, perimeter of the base, times the slant, since that now forms triangles, it's divided by 2. So 50.24 inches times the 17-inch slant divided by 2. $427.04 inches squared. That is my lateral area. Which means we've got 628 square inches of total surface area. Look familiar? Vaguely? Unfortunately? Of course, a sphere. The only dimension we have in a sphere is the radius. Anybody remember the formula for the volume of a sphere? 4/3 times pi times radius cubed. Does anybody remember the formula for the surface area of a sphere? 4 times pi times radius squared. I agree. I'd rather been back 2 weeks earlier. So let's say we have a radius here that is 6 inches. The volume, 4/3 times pi times 6 cubed. So I'm just going to enter this in my calculator. 4/3 is going to be 4 divided by 3 times, put in 3.14 for pi, times 6 to the power of 3. 904.32. Those are in inches, so this is inches cubed for volume. Surface area, it'll be 4 times pi times 6 squared. (452.16 inches squared). What do you think? On the sharp stick in the eye scale? Your word for it? So those formulas should appear in your notes somewhere that you can access them easily, or bookmarked in your book somewhere. Scroll back up for a second, what you're saying?
Yeah, what's your book?
So, the last little bit I'm going to have you guys do for review assignment in the big book still. Page 631, 1 through 11 the odd. Page 641 through 642, 1 through 11 the odds. Pyramids, cones, and spheres. You got 10 minutes to get a good start on it. And then you'll be back here tomorrow, same bat time, same bat place.